Bing, bing, bing. Oh, let me do, let me make sure everybody gets the memo. Yo, what's up, everybody? Let's make sure everybody can get in. Everybody can hear me, right? Cool, cool, cool. Let me make sure I sent the alert.
2011 fue que fuimos completos, tenía apenas.
All right, just make sure everybody is muted, whoever's joining us today. Yo, wait, let me make sure this channel is available for everybody. So this is our first time doing a little free chat. How's everybody doing? Everybody enjoying their Tuesday today? If you are a free member, say hello. Don't be shy. You don't want to say hi, it's fine. So we just wanted to give you guys some love, say hello, pretty much do a pre-chat, a pre-stream. So we have these streams all the time, every day. What's up, Benjamin? What's up, Polkit? Wait, I know you. You're in here before, Polkit. What's up, Igo Daro? What's up, Fearless? Welcome, welcome. Well, this is the community. We usually have these streams every day, if not more than once a day. So today we'll discuss Bitcoin, we'll discuss ETH, and then we'll look at some altcoins, maybe go over some questions, TA, FA, whatever. Just hang out. Retta's in here as well.
What's up, guys?
So Retta's our research guru, TA guru.
I'm not a guru. Guys, I'm not a guru. Don't worry, no gurus here.
All right, cool. So let's look at Bitcoin, and then we'll look at ETH and then some altcoins. Everybody doing okay? Everybody's port doing all right? Hopefully, no one's deep in the red. Yeah, we'll look over some. Yeah, let's start off with some news, right? So we had some pretty big news today. Algo is the official blockchain for FIFA. So this is huge. It's absolutely huge. So Algo is definitely one of my top chains. I actually had a limit order for the community. I shared that, I think 60 cents. But this is pretty big news for Algo. Right? So this means they're not a sad chain. All right. Cool. So Bitcoin, we know that we've been consolidating within this weird little pattern. All right, so we haven't been able to fully break out, but we did break down, right? We had 1, 2 retests, and right now we're down below. So the one key area to look for when it comes to Bitcoin, get rid of these squiggly lines, is going to be 37.7. All right, this is our need to hold level. So we're going to make this gold real quick. Need to hold. Just a very important key level. Now, why is this important? Well, what can we see from this area? Right, we can see this level is important. You bounced off this area numerous times. So as long as we stay above it, we're good. If we have a candle closure below, it's going to be pretty bad, right? Then we'll probably be looking at the lower regions. So 36, mostly 35. There's not really a lot at 36 that I'm interested in, but 35 is going to be pretty important. So let me get the region. This is where I'm interested in potentially getting some Bitcoin, getting some spot. So hopefully this area can hold us for the moment. Otherwise, we're probably going to be looking down here. We might not fully break all the way down. We might bounce, right? Have some slow bounces. But this would be a very key important area for Bitcoin. Now, tomorrow is a big day. It's going to be, we're going to have some big news from the Fed, see what their plan is. So we're going to see exactly what's going to happen. If we get bullish news, we can definitely see a bounce from Bitcoin. So in this type of environment, yo, what's up, Crypto King? Hot minute. How you been? In these market conditions, just make sure you're not overly invested because we could drop lower, like way lower than we're at currently. And the way alts, especially alts, right? Bitcoin, you're more of a safer bet at the moment. Altcoins, we can definitely compare some of these altcoins at the moment. Not Shiba. Let's look at, say, what's a good altcoin to compare? Let's look at Harmony one. All right, so if we compare both of them right now, so just a regular altcoin and then Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still holding 37K region, right? A lot of these altcoins are back at summer levels without Bitcoin breaking down. So imagine what could happen if Bitcoin were to break down. These coins will go way lower than this region. So just be ready, don't overinvest. I know Harmony one. It's so yeah. Poor thing. It's gotten banked. So just make sure you're not overly invested in the market. Make sure you have a plan in case of a bounce and in case of a further breakdown. So that's Bitcoin. Any questions about Bitcoin before we move over to ETH? Yeah, what's up, Conrad? See you, Kakashi. All right, no one has any questions about Bitcoin? Cool, let's move to ETH. So ETH pretty much same thing, right? Currently has support, needs to keep 27.7. Otherwise, I'm looking at this region. 25.69 all the way down to 23. That's going to be the more likely scenario. And then this is the other scenario. So make sure you have some lower limits set just in case ETH and or Bitcoin do break down. All right, cool. Any questions about ETH, Bitcoin? Or you guys want to look at some altcoins? If you are a free member or new member, don't be shy. I will answer all questions. I want Algo. Yeah, Algo's good. So Algo went in. I mean, that's the reason why I had this level for spot really, because it's a very important level, right? So we had this all-time high, right, from Algo, not all-time high because that was all-time high, but this key high right here at 49 cents, right? So if we do break back down into this region, I do think we're going to break down. For Algo, maybe create a nice double bottom. You could have another opportunity to get in. All right, make sure you have a stop loss just in case we break down. But that would really depend on Bitcoin. See you, Ahmed. All right, so look for possible double bottom. The other scenario, right, for Algo is if we break up, right, break this resistance, have a retest, continuation, right? Then you want to buy at the retest and or at the confirmation. So keep a close eye on Algo. Overall, it's down a really big amount. I mean, lower than summer levels, and that's why I wanted to buy a spot, but still down 78%. So these are amazing opportunities to buy different coins at lower levels. All right, let's look at Meta Hero. And then let's look at Matic. So Meta Hero has broken all the support. Now, usually when I see structure like this, I don't want to invest. Why don't I want to invest? Well, we can see it's pretty much price discovery, but to the downside. That means I don't know where it's going to bounce at. Yes, we can probably do fib, right? You can pull fib level and see where it might bounce off from, but it's very, very risky and unpredictable whenever you don't have any price data to go off from in the past, right? At least if I have price data, I can say, well, this is a key level. But in terms of Meta Hero, there's nothing for me to confidently say this is an area where I want to buy. As long as you're not overinvested into this coin, if you do believe in it long term, you can DCA, right, to lower your average. But in my opinion, metaverse for me is overhyped for the moment. I think a lot of projects are overhyped for no reason just yet. So this one, wait for a new support to be established, right? Wait for new support to be established, or look for some sort of sideways consolidation to where it's telling you, hey, this is a possible floor for you to invest. Otherwise, I would suggest just not investing. Not financial advice. Make sense for Meta Hero? Yeah, there's just a lot of metaverse. I mean, the same thing with NFTs, right? You have the Bored Ape Yacht Club, and then you have 5,000 different apes, and they generally do really bad. So stick with the OGs if you do like metaverse. Stick with the OGs. Sand has been around since 2019. Stick with the OGs. Those are going to be the safer bets, the ones that have been through a bear market. The newer coins that have been overhyped by 5,000 different influencers, I would highly dismiss any of those coins as having any long-term survival opportunities or abilities. During a bear market, most coins will die, and those will be the types of coins that will die. All right, Matic. Matic is at a pretty good support at the moment. So my idea was $1 Matic, but the way it's looking, it wants lower than $1. It wants like 80 cents or 87 cents. So this overall could have been a good entry, or still is a good entry with stop loss, of course. But it's already up here, so that might be a wider stop loss. At least up here, right, for 2 ratio. Otherwise, we're probably actually it could bounce right here as well. But generally, this would be my area. Stop low below. Potentially. But Matic still has a long way to go, right, to summer levels. This is where I'm interested in buying. Right in this region. Yeah, 35 cents. This is right here. This is the money. This is where you want to buy and hold. Right, accumulate. How much USDT in your portfolio do you think is good right now? I'm currently holding like 85%. I don't think anybody should be overly invested at the moment just because it's so unpredictable. The market can go down and alts will bleed heavily. So you don't want to get caught up over invested. I would say anywhere from 20, 30, actually 20 is still a little bit low, maybe 30 up can get you out of some pretty sticky situations. But honestly, at this point, it should be more like 50 or 60, just in case. So the more, the better. But there's no like golden ratio that you need. But in a bear market, generally, you don't want to be overinvested. You want to start DCing into certain tokens. During a bull market, yeah, you can be more invested and have little USDT, but you never want to be overinvested in a bear market because then you don't have any money to buy these dips, right? If you bought, say, you looked at Matic and you were like, well, I know that 1.3 is a pretty good support, but you went and bought like, 10% of your portfolio, and at this point you bought a whole bunch of coins, you're overinvested by 90%. If Matic were to drop even lower, right? You say you bought some here, now you can't buy here because you don't have enough cash. What if it breaks down here, right? Then you definitely don't have enough. So your average would probably be around here. You have to wait a long time for it to actually go back into green, depending on how long it takes for us in this weird bear market we're in. Very low chance of Matic at 30 cents. You cannot say that. You cannot say that. All coins will bleed. There's a high probability of all these coins bleeding even a lot more. The bear market we had during, the summer, right, from say May down, this was not really a very big or red bear market. If we look at Bitcoin, generally historically, go up, look at old charts. Right, we only had a 50% drop in Bitcoin. It was more like 53, 55. We had way worse drops in Bitcoin historically, 84%. This means altcoins are down like 90 something percent. So a lot of people were thinking the same. I got wrecked here, right? This was a 62% drop in a few weeks. Alts went down 80, 90 plus percent. Don't say something can't happen because this is crypto. It's unregulated. Anything can happen. Manipulated. Literally anything can happen. So, do you think Bitcoin will retrace to 51, 53 before dropping a sub 20? No, no, I don't think it will. Now let's look at one thing. All right, the reason why I say that is not out of my ass, but if we look at volume, I think there's got to be a lot more for Bitcoin to be able to reach 52, 53K. Right, theoretically, we are in this weird pattern. Yes, we maybe could go up here, but I think there's got to be a lot more. And if we look at volume, volume's been decreasing ever since this peak, right? This means there's no interest. Not a lot of people are buying and or selling. I think for us to actually be able to break through and break into these 50s, there's a lot of resistance for Bitcoin to go through. And I think there's got to be some big news for us to be able to even break up there. And Bitcoin's showing generally just a lot of weakness. But I'm trying to keep an open mind just in case. It does look bearish. It looks weak. But say if we were able to break back above, right, break back into this weird wedge that we had, or flag, or whatever you want to call it, then we can look at higher levels. But for now, there's nothing that's telling me this looks good. So you got to be bullish at the right time, bearish at the right. And this is not a time to be overly bullish, because we could break this important support and break all the way back down here to 35. And if we fail to keep that level, then we got the 30s. So as long as you're not over invested, you should be fine. All the futures driven volume, no serious spot volume. Yeah, there's not a lot of volume. I mean, all the exchanges too, it's just flat. Lower than summer levels, yeah, it's definitely possible. I think it's going to take a lot of us to actually be able to break, this area of liquidity here. It's going to take a lot. I think something really bad has to happen. Maybe the stock market actually crashes, like real big. But all I know is if we get into these levels, I am buying spot. I'm going to start DCAing into positions. Because we could sit here and say, oh, it's going to go lower, lower, lower. What if it doesn't go lower? Now you missed a whole boat. Yeah, you can buy higher, of course, but I'll definitely be buying some Bitcoin this run. But keep in mind, like I said, this is crypto, anything can happen, right? So just be careful. All right, cool. Any questions? Any coins you guys want me to look at? Everything making sense? Am I scaring anybody? Tron? All right, let's look at. Why do you like Tron? Currently in a short firm 0.73. Actually, I haven't looked at TRX in such a long time. It's actually looking pretty strong, man. I thought this one was gonna be at a lot worse levels than it actually is at right now. It's impressive. I'm impressed. Oh, I see, I see, I see. So they had news. Well, that makes sense then. So you had a short from 0.73. Oh, you sniped the top. Well done. Go down to 4 hours. Yeah, beautiful. I mean, nice little swing failure pattern. Yeah, well done. I mean, looks weak. It's a pretty hard rejection. It just cannot break through this area right here. So just be ready for potential bounce at, well, actually it did almost get here. All right, we got the value area high at 69. If it does break down from this level, I mean, you're set. You're set. But I would take profits just in case. I don't know how much your leverage is, but that's pretty nice, 3%. Yeah, great job with the short. Looks nice. I literally haven't looked at this coin in so long. It's been on my shit list for a bit. Someone looks scared. Just open ICP chart for courage. Poor ICP. $12. It's going to $5. Going to $5. Hey, whenever you're having a bad day and you're looking at ICP, just flip it around. Look, bullish, all-time high. Going to the moon. And it's actually flagging. Well, it's not really flagging, but I think it looks real nice. Bullish. Look, it had a breakout. Had a breakout. There you go. Breakout retest, continuation. Oh man. All right, let me stop. Let me stop. How about BTC and NIM? All right, so let's look at BTC and NIM. So NIM, they have their they're supposed to have the VCs be able to unlock their tokens today. But well, let me unflip it. Holy crap. I don't know what time they're supposed to have it for NIM. Yeah, here. Yeah, BTC is not good. So I had to buy for BTC because I thought it might create a nice double bottom, but it wants to die. Does not look good. So it tried retesting. All right, tried retesting the resistance here, rejected it. 1, 2, 3, 3 times. So if it does break, right, this previous low here, there's no hope. It's going down. Whenever something breaks an important support, it's on my no trade list until it starts accumulating or showing any sort of strength. Yeah, NIM. I looked at the whale wallet or whale wallets. I haven't seen any big transactions yet. So the whales are not selling or the VCs are not selling yet, which is good. But that doesn't mean they won't sell. That doesn't mean they won't sell anything. So just keep your eye out. Yeah, nothing crazy yet. But I don't know if they got what time they're supposed to get their token allocation at. So what we do know for sure is that their first ICO was at 50 cents. If I can get this thing. There you go. And their second, I believe, was 0.25. So these will be two important levels, right? Because if you got in at the pre-sale and you're seeing price get back to your entry, you might not want to keep it. And or you might defend that area and buy some more. Yeah. Hey, finally somebody is talking about my favorite exchange token. Bit. I love Bit. All right, I can't seem to find an older chart. I might have to go. Actually, it was on Gate. I bought it first on Gate. There you go. So this is one of the exchange tokens that I'm going to accumulate the hell out of if it does break a little bit lower. So we're going to make this a big old resistance because it's pretty close. There you go. Better unlock. So right now, how it's looking. Right, we do know that we have a key support on Bit. That's 1.447. Right, support turned into resistance, support again. So this is the key area that it needs to keep. If you want to try to play a position there, I mean, you have some pretty good reasoning. With a stop loss, depending on how wide you want your stop loss. This would be a key area for me to look at. And then this would be the juice. This would be the other area I want to buy. Right. It could come back down here. For some reason, Bitcoin does break down. This is where you'd be interested in potentially making a trade. At least a short-term trade, that is. So you can front run a little bit and stop loss below. All right, depending on how wide you want to have it. And then aim for at least the next key level, if not higher. See you, Ben. So this area would be probably at 1.0, 1.06, 1.07 if you want to front run a little bit more. It's been hard trading the past week. Everybody's just been front running some levels. But yeah, that's Bit. I love Bit. I think it's going to be a big player, or Bybit in general. It's just literally one of the best exchanges out there, the easiest. Yeah. It's still very new. Still very new. But the cool part is that these exchange tokens, you can get into some IEOs or initial exchange offering, where you can get into some pre-sales basically for just holding the token, staking it. So as long as you're not in the US, you're able to get into some of these pre-sales. It's gone like crow. Not crow. I mean, you can't even get into any pre-sales with Crow. I mean, the only reason Crow is good is because of the credit card, but they just cut their own rewards. But yeah, it might do something like that. I mean, so you're able to get into the launch pool that they have. So right now they have Origami, which actually is a pretty good token. I was talking to Red about this one. So this one's coming up. I think it's already active. Actually, it's starting in 1 day if you guys want to get in. So yeah, it's a pretty really good coin. So really amazing VCs. They have their pre-sale. So if you guys want to get in, you need Bit, and or you can get into lottery by having USDT. You can do it on KuCoin. You can do it whatever you want. But it's a good opportunity to literally not do anything except getting into some stuff. But you need KYC, so make sure you're not in the US. Or if you got a cousin. Like Greta says, you got a cousin somewhere. You just hit up your cousin from overseas or something. No financial advice. It's called Origami. I'll put the link here. So go do your DD on it if you want to get in pretty much almost guaranteed money. Let me see if they have. I don't think they even have a lock on it or any unlocks. I think you just get it off of TGE or token generation event. Do you sell immediately on Launchpad like Bybit? I can't get into any of them, but if I could, I would definitely sell. At least get your initial, right? So when it comes to trading, at AR, that's what we say, right? Whenever you 2x your money, take out at least your initial, the rest is a moon bag, right? And that bag, wherever it wants to go, is fine. Oh, that looks weird. That looks weird. Let me delete. Because it's not your money, right? The money you made is not your money. Technically, you didn't work hard for it. You just had it. You invested it. You got free money. That free money is a moon bag. You can decide whatever you want to do with it. If you want to keep it, it ends up doing a 10, 20x, it's fine. But at least secure your initial profits. I have the card so I haven't made my staking investment back. I think Crow will be fine. Crow will survive. It just might go down a little bit more. You gotta blame all the influencers that shilled Crow, though. You know, there's so many of them that just. Ori? Let's check Ori. Not looking good. Price discovery as well. Chart looks weird. Hey, see you, Pokey. It's nice seeing you again. Yeah, so price discovery to the downside. Either it reclaims 8 or it's a no investment, maybe accumulation. Maybe it starts creating some new lows. Yeah, I'll look at root. All right, let's have a look at root. Hey, didn't Reddit call this one out like here? Did you? Root is a buy in this region, which I already lifted off at the moment. So this is the last area you can buy at. And if it does break below and close below, you don't want to buy this coin. You want to have a stop loss. The way you position it is below this previous wick, but it really depends to you on how much of a stop loss you want. 2 to $2 basically. But the moment it breaks this previous low, it is no longer a buy. Now that is one way or one entry you can have on root. Another entry you can have is if it does break through this resistance, retest, continue, you want to buy at the breakout, right? But generally I wouldn't, right? I want to play it safe. If it does break back down here, this would be potential entry. But root's looking really good actually, because it hasn't broken through this low just yet. Right? It hasn't created a lower low just yet. Yeah, this wick, I don't know what the hell happened with it, but ICP vibes with this wick. You know somebody bought 60 $60. That person is now down bad. 94%. Imagine you buy it, right? Market buy, you get filled at $60, drops all the way back down to $3. You're down 97% in instant. Ah, all right. Good with root. Jam. 3 jam. Cool. Any other coins you guys want me to look at? FKX. Fort Knox store. Yeah, that's okay. I gotta do one thing first. I gotta look at what the hell this coin is. This name, Fort Knoxer. Cybersecurity coin? What is this? I gotta look into it. Holy shit. Wait, I gotta tag 220. Yo, 220 was talking about something like this. Oh man, it's so funny. 220 hit me up like months ago. He's like, man, wouldn't it be cool if like we had a project that did this? And there is. All right, chart wise, let's see. This would be pretty important. How much are their VCs good? Not really. All right. Broke support. All right. Although you can argue there is some support here. I would set up limit buys at a little bit above 24 or 0.024. That's where I would put some buys. So you have two levels above or below. You got the one that's on right now, which has been a pretty good support. You have this area right here at pretty much almost 0.30. And you have here at 25, which will make this a zone because it's just wide little area. So these would be the three zones that I would look for potential entries. If it does break the support. Now, if you want to go in right now, which I wouldn't recommend, you are a support, you got a valid reason to buy your support, right? So you need a stop loss. Then you can aim for at least the next level. Your first TP should be at 39. And then you can aim for 45. So you got three plays you can have. 0.35, 0.29, or 0.20, 25.7, right? Two different entries. Sorry, 25. That's too high, sorry. About 26. No. Yeah, about 26. I'm not seeing this right. Slightly dyslexic. All right, RSAR. Man, this coin. RSR is holding on to dear life. Let me see if there's an older chart. There we go. That's what we need. So this is a pretty decent entry. Fundamentally, though, not a fan. TA wise, pretty interesting area that it's in terms of a bounce. Man, this thing was so overhyped in the summer. It was crazy. Pretty good area of support. TA wise, this would be an entry here. So you got two different entries you can have. There you go. So if we don't bounce here, which I don't see a reason to not at least temporarily bounce, you're looking at entries down here. Can even make this area a little bit bigger. All right, so you got two entries. It's a pretty important support. Right, but this would be the better entry. So that is for our SAR. Let's look at Polkadot. My baby Polkadot. My poor baby's dying. Ugh. Poor Dot. Yeah, Dot is on its last leg. So everything pretty much that we're looking at is at support. So I think that will probably come back down to 14. If it fails to stay above that level though, got 14. We got, I can't read very well, 1182, and then this is my important level, the weekly level at pretty much a little bit lower than 11. This is where I want to buy. I want to start accumulating Dot from this level down. Right now Dot is at a pretty critical level. I got a lot of colors. I gotta get rid of that. Do you think Dot will ever reach all-time high? Yes. Yes, I do. I do. Polkadot. Well, Polkadot is one of the most held crypto coins from big VCs. Polkadot focuses more on Web3. Polkadot just started having their parachain auctions, literally almost the start of this year, right? A little bit before that. These chains, even though they did get approved, not chains, but parachains, will require a pretty decent amount of time for them to start working the way that they should be. I say long term, Dot is one of my top, like hands down. TA wise, Dot looks like shit. But I think if you're a believer in the fundamentals, your plan should be to accumulate at lower levels. But don't expect like this shit is gonna hit 10x like next week. It's not. It's gonna take time. But fundamentally, long term wise, Dot is one of my top. Especially like in the Web3. Web3 is gonna take a long time. If it even does happen, I think it will. I think we're just very, very early for Polkadot. Oh, VRA, sorry. Let's look at VRA. Yeah, VRA is done. Yeah, VRA just looks disgusting. I don't know if some whales were dumping. I was looking at the transactions for VRA. A lot of whales were dumping, like this whole time. They're dumping heavy. Like we're talking like, $3-4 million, sells right in this region. I think VRA will more than likely come back and touch back this area around 90 cents and lower. So the next level I have for VRA is 0.1 and then probably 0.8. But keep in mind, it's not a high cap, this is a low cap. I think it's a micro cap. Let's look at the market cap for VRA. Yeah, 60 mil, right? 60 million market cap, and you have whales selling $3 million orders. Like, no wonder this thing tanked so much. ETH long-term supports after summer low if they fail. For sure. Let's look at Ethereum. In my opinion, we were just talking about that in the earlier stream. This is not the right ETH chart that we're looking at. Oh, I think I just made this. So summer levels for ETH here. This is where I want to accumulate. By that point, right, we get 1400, 1500. I don't think we're going to go back to this region. I don't believe ETH is going to come back down to, say, $1,000. I am, however, going to be accumulating if we drop back down to, say, 1800 and lower. Let's look at EMAs. You're looking at the weekly? Yep. So this would be ideal, right? This is right now at 1600. If it continues its path, right, it should move us up here. And that's on the weekly. Let's see if the monthly even has any, yeah, it does right here. So this is I believe this is the 100, or maybe the 89. All right, that puts us at around 1700. So there's pretty decent amount of confluence within that region. Let's look at the weekly. Let's do trend fib. So for the trend fib, the golden pocket sits right around 19 to 1800. Then we have 786, 6 sets, 1400. So that, pretty, like a lot stronger than Bitcoin, right? Let's just delete everything. All right, Bitcoin right now is sitting right down here. All right, sitting at this level. If we pop up Bitcoin. All right, sitting right here. ETH is all the way up here. So it's like Bitcoin is sitting at 40K. So it's looking a little bit stronger than Bitcoin. So let's add the EMAs on Bitcoin. Let's go over to the weekly. Let's compare where the EMAs sit. $25K. For ETH, that will be 1600. And they're pretty much sitting on the same EMA, or close to it. Bitcoin's sitting at this EMA. ETH still has till 2500. Right, but if we end up breaking this, yeah. I mean, if Bitcoin does break it, everything's going to go down, right? Because I don't think regular investors have started panic selling, because we haven't had that big of a drop to where people start panic selling. Bitcoin's price action has been ping pong, right? We're playing ping pong between the different levels. No big drop. I think once there is a big drop and they start seeing these coins actually like tank, I think there's going to be just a really big sell-off and everything will go down. Yeah. So ideally, EMA-wise, yeah, if we do drop. But I think this key level for Bitcoin is going to be pretty important. It's going to be hard to break on the first try, I think, unless something really bad happens with the economy. What price are whales actually calling for BTC? So it's pretty selective right now. Everybody has different assumptions of where they think Bitcoin's going to go. There's no set amount. A lot of people are calling for 30. If we look at, a heat map, right, we're able to look at exactly where people have their orders open. So there's this weird ass whale on Bitfinex that keeps just stacking orders right here for spot. I don't know why he keeps doing that, but he's just doing that. He's buying at like every $100 level, literally. Every $50 level. So this is Bitfinex spot. So we kind of looked at this with within our Discord before. Let's go up to the daily. We can see exactly where orders are. Most orders for Bitfinex is right here. Yeah, it's pretty much spread out. I don't think everybody has like a selective level. Let's look at Binance spot. Hello, where's spot? Actually, just do FTX spot. All right, there's just some orders here and there. Nothing substantial. Let's look at Coinbase spot. $35 spread out, right? I want to see thick orders, right? But there's nothing on almost every single exchange that's the same in terms of where they think it's going to go or where their limits are at. It's all very spread out. How about Cardano? Yeah, that one's. I think it's going down to 40 cents. Because look at it this way, right? It has nothing. Like, this is not actual support. It's just a big old green candle. It doesn't have any substantial support until 40 cents from this point on. And I'm not going to sit here and take 4-hour supports as valid, strong supports. It could come back and bounce temporarily. I think the hype has died down with ADA, and it was overhyped more than it should have as a chain. I think its true value is at 40 cents. I see you, Crypto King. Hopefully we can see you soon again. But yeah, Sam, as long as you didn't buy at $3, you're straight. But yeah, no real support. I'm not gonna lie though, 40 cents is not a bad buy for ADA. They have a zombie army, and the zombie army is never gonna give up supporting the scam coin. I'm just messing around. It's not a scam coin, but it's just, I don't think it's a very strong token. Any other coins or questions? You sure? So I'm gonna head out. Last questions. USDC. Let's look at it. Where's coin market cap? Sorry, I have 5,000 tabs. That's how I roll. Oh, so Dre, add the USDC dominance and USDT dominance. It's better than looking at the market cap. So what this allows us to see, right? We can see some support and resistance levels. Let's compare with Bitcoin. Oh, what are you looking at? Cashing out to fiat. Well, that can generally mean two things, right? They're either buying tokens or they're completely leaving the market. Yeah. Right. They're converting into other tokens or they're leaving the market. Oh, that's a possibility. Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. I haven't really looked at that. Yeah, the circulating supply times the price. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, or the total supply. Yeah, I mean, I haven't really looked at it in detail. So you're telling me the circulating supply has been going down? On the top right of that chart. Confused. Here? You wanna just talk? Because I can't just sometimes it's under USD coin to USD chart. Oh, shit, okay. Sorry, man. It's hard to understand the Yeah, that's interesting. So this is since I mean, but USDT just started getting used. It hasn't been around for a while. Uh, or as long as USDT. This is interesting. This is definitely interesting. So this is since 02/28. That's really interesting. Hmm. That's not happening in USDT. It's only happening in USDC. Let's go back. Yeah. Hey, Red, are you here? I think Red left. Yeah, this is interesting, man. Yeah, this must be like a firm or like a big ass whale or something. Because this is all very, you know, the exact same time. Yeah. Oh, 10% day for Bitcoin. So this was January 20th. Let's look at January 20th. Oh, this was it right here. This nasty drop. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, appreciate you bringing this up, man. I gotta show Reddit this, but I think his head hurts, so he'll be back soon. Little secret sauce I found. Great job. Yeah, I'm gonna share this with Reddit. Thank you for sharing. All right, well, I'm gonna head out. Thank you guys so much for hanging out today, and yeah, we'll try to do this here and there. That said, thank you guys, and I hope everybody has a good rest of their Tuesday.